Morning, everybody. Playing with some settings right now. Making sure I get stuff set up properly. Looks like it crashed when I tried to change that. Alright, fantastic. I haven't quite decided what dynamic campaign I'm gonna be playing. I haven't played IL-2 in the better part of a year and a half, 2 years. I mean, IL-2 Sturmovik 1946 is basically my childhood. I've been playing IL-2 Sturmovik since I was... God, since I think I was about 6 or 7 years old. I'm now 22. So I've had some fun with this game. Well, most people were playing like Legend of Zelda or something. I was playing IL-2 Sturmovik. And even the new games today don't compare to IL-2 Sturmovik 1946. Like, the new the new IL-2 Sturmovik that they have right now, it's a different game, and it's a different business model. Like back in 1940, like in IL-2 1946, they had several hundred aircraft available to fly, not just like 20 or 30. Now, granted, those 20 or 30 models that we have in the current IL-2 Sturmovik game are very high quality. But I mean, this game has quite literally hundreds of like this thing. I'm pretty certain this game has more aircraft in it than War Thunder does. I'm pretty certain, and more variants of each aircraft than War Thunder does. I'm not going to say that absolutely everything is in here, but a vast majority of things that were in World War II are in this game. I don't even remember how long ago, or like how I don't remember the exact count. Plus, I'm playing a mod. This game is heavily moddable, and so I downloaded and installed the UP SAS mod 3.0, and that added in a bunch more aircraft. Because previously, like the AI could fly a lot more aircraft than the player could, and you know, the AI could fly a lot more aircraft than the player could, and this mod added a lot of those aircraft for the player to fly. Try that. Need a crew member? Oh, this isn't the the current IL-2 Sturmovik. This is the old IL-2 Sturmovik, 1946. So, also, are you using HSFX? I don't believe I am. I don't think I have it installed currently. Unfortunately, I don't. Come on, game. Why you do this to me? Have to. Ultra Pack 3. It does not like having its resolution changed. And it takes like over a minute. It takes like 2 or 3 minutes to start up for whatever reason. Why? It just takes a long time for it to load. Death for this? He's a good teacher. No. This isn't the, like I said, this isn't the new IL-2 Sturmovik. This is the old IL-2 Sturmovik. I have the new one. But well, Richard, I'm also using a heavily modded version of the game, so I don't know what I don't know. It may just be the version that I have, but it takes a bit. But no, this is the old IL-2 Sturmovik, which I'm pretty sure there are no longer servers for. How's this IL-2 game? I'd argue it's superior to the new one. Also, you can get this game dirt cheap. It's like, I think it's like 20 bucks. It's like less than 20 bucks on Steam. I think it's like actually like $10. You can buy it off of Steam, and holy shit, is this game moddable. Crystal servers for 1946? Oh, I didn't know that. Getting into Sims from War Thunder Realism? Oh yeah, I would heavily recommend this game. It's not over the top sim like DCS, but there is an incredible number of aircraft to fly, even in the base game. Like even in the base IL-2 1946, not even modded. It's an incredible game all on its own, and the mods just, and like, despite the fact that this game came out in 1946, IL-2 1946 came out in 2006, and the graphics are quite dated by today's standards. With the proper mods, you can make this game look pretty decent in its own right, and so. It's called 1946. It has a bunch of alternate World War II aircraft, like 1946 level aircraft. Actually, a lot of the aircraft that are in 1946 were originally planned for War Thunder, like the ME-262 Hochgeschwindigkeit 2 oder 3. Which is like a streamlined ME-262 with a V-shaped tail. That's in this. All right, I think we'll switch over here. I'd like for. There we go. All right, I'm gonna turn up the music a little bit because the soundtrack in this game is amazing. PS4 upload this game? No. This has only ever been available for PC. So I'm just gonna go in here. Here, reset this. Back to allies. So I'm just gonna scroll through the amount of aircraft that you can fly. This is the list of the aircraft. This is all the airplanes in the game. Still going. And we finally reached the end. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got a mod, so it adds in like Sky Raiders and some early Cold War aircraft. Those are not normally in the base game, but they've been added. One moment, I'm just gonna adjust some sound settings so you guys can actually hear me a little bit better. Oh yeah. Here's the models. So like I said, this game's a bit dated, so the models don't look amazing, especially with the mods that I'm using. And I've cranked the graphics settings all the way up for this game. But if you're gonna play this game, you don't play it for the graphics. So this is a loadout that I've got on the Sky Raider, and it's got two Su-11 7.62mm minigun pods and Hydras. Oh yeah, you can carry a nuclear bomb on this thing. Because why the fuck not? Yes, that is a nuclear bomb, and if you drop it too low, you will kill yourself. Yeah, you can carry cluster bombs, napalm, more rockets. Fuck are the Hitler bolts? I believe you can make a Hitler bolt in this game. Right, here's the 84 Sky Raider. This is what we have in War Thunder. And you can see it. Here's all its weapons loadouts. Guy jiggles, take notice. That's interesting. Got flares. You know that. Oh yeah, you can even fly the spooky. Those are miniguns in this side. Oh yeah, also here's all the variants of the Zero you can fly. So this is the earliest Zero. Kyofu. Kyofu? And that goes all the way up to the A6M8. 1945. Of course, it's got the USSR on it because I've got the USSR Air Force selected. Here's all the Air Forces you can fly for. You got France. I'm trying to remember what this is. I don't remember. Poland. The Royal Australian Air Force. The Royal Air Force. Royal Navy. Royal New Zealand Air Force. Oh, it's the Dutch? Okay, that's what I thought. U.S. Army Air Force, U.S. Marine Corps, U.S. Navy, USSR, France. Wait, there's gotta be more than that. Oh, that's right, because that's all the Allied Air Forces. If I go back here, and here's all the Axis nations. So you can fly as Germany, Hungary, Imperial Japanese Army, Imperial Japanese Navy. Italy, Romania, Slovakia, Finland. So yeah, you've got a lot of air forces to fly from, and each one of these, each one of the different nationalities has their own crew voices and in dialogue. So Miles is racist against the Dutch, confirmed. Indeed. These are the BF-109s, so you can go all the way back to the B-1 for the earliest 109s. And they go all the way up to... I think it's the K6? This is the top BF-109, I believe. I'm sure there's probably one that's farther than that. Oh yeah, all the G55s. Gladiators. Oh yeah, they got the Horton 229, although they have the, it's called GO 229? Not HO? So... P-47 with German marks, lol. I can do that. Like, Where are the P-47s? They're down here. P-47. There you go, Hitler Bolt. Of course, if I recall correctly, the Hitler Bolt was originally a, it was a captured one. I believe it was a Razorback, actually. You know, swastikas? I don't need to touch. That's just... I didn't think you were. I don't think so, but there are mods that allow you to install them. Let me check. There might. I recall that I think there were swastikas. If not, I'm certain there are mods out there that will mod them in. Here's some JU-88s. Oh yeah, here's a Night Fighter version of the JU-88. That's pretty cool. J2M3. Okay, I'm just gonna switch over to the Japanese real quick. Let's see. This is the Japanese, soundtrack. Where do you go to get instructions on running it? I mean, I got my game from Steam. I also have a disc. I also have like a physical disc copy that I bought many years ago. But I bought mine off of Steam, and then I downloaded mods for it, and I just run it through the mod launcher. And it seems to work okay. J8A. I can't remember what this is. Obviously, it's a Gladiator, but I'm not sure if this is a purely Japanese aircraft or something else. There's some interesting aircraft in here. Oh yeah, there's a Lancaster. They are sadly very low on Lancasters here. At least to in this game, I have not seen that many Lancasters. Oh yeah. Did anybody know that the Japanese actually had C-47s as cargo aircraft? Right, no, that's not it. I think this is the Soviet version. There it is. This is the Japanese version. Oh yeah. We got this aircraft. I believe this is an Italian fighter. These are all the Mosquito variants they've got in here. So, ranging from just reconnaissance. Carry bombs? Yeah, I can carry bombs. More reconnaissance with more bombs. Here's a Night Fighter. 4 machine guns, 420s, as far as I can tell. More heavily armored versions. Coastal Command. Oh yeah, here's the version of the Mosquito with the 57mm cannon. This is the one we have in War Thunder. Oh yeah, and got MiG-15s as per the mod that I'm using. MiG-15 BIS. Here's the MiG-17. This one, I believe, has a radar on it in the nose. Did this one carry air-to-air missiles? I'm trying to remember. I believe those are just dumb rockets. More dumb rockets. Okay, yeah. Here's some guided missiles. They're like very basic guided missiles. These have a flare on them. And here's some more advanced guided missiles. And so if I wanted to, I could play a Japanese MiG-17 fighting B-17s. Why? I don't know. more MiG variants. Oh. Miles Magister. I didn't know I invented airplanes. Oh yeah, here's where things start to get a little interesting. We got the 262 here. Actually, I'm gonna go back here and turn down the music a little bit more now. There we go. So, standard 262. And when Gaijin said that they were thinking about introducing the Hochgeschwindigkeit, this is what they meant. So a 262 with even greater swept wings and a V-shaped tail. There's a shit ton of these. But we're going to be playing a dynamic campaign today. I'm not totally sure what we're going to be playing. I'm not totally sure which one. Oh yeah, ME-323 Gigant. These things were originally built as gliders without engines for the invasion of Britain. The Horinse. As you can see, we could be here for literally hours checking out aircraft because they've got hundreds of them. Like, look at how many variants of the Yak that they have. Like, they go all the way up. They start from the Yak 1. And they go all the way up to the Yak 9. The Yak 9U in late 1945. Any suggestions for a starter flight stick? The Logitech 3D Pro is a perfect starter flight stick. It's got pretty much everything you need. Are there choppers in this game? There's one or two, but this isn't really a helicopter sim. I can't remember where it is. I think it's like a Bell. It's one of the early Bell helicopters. This. Oh yeah. This right here is a B-29. So you can reenact the creation of anime. So they're like a normal B-29, where you can carry just normal bombs, and then there's the silver plate, which carries the birth of anime. So yeah, if you wanted to reenact the third bomb, then there you go. Got the nuke? Alright. You know what? I'm actually kind of curious myself because I haven't seen this in a while. And we'll just do it with German markings because bias. I'm probably going to kill myself. Oh, wait a second. I think I've got invulnerability turned on. Let's do normal for now. I was doing some testing last time, just earlier today, making sure everything was good. Oh yeah, there's also cockpits. Alright, we're gonna go drop it on the city behind us there. You can't really tell because there isn't really a, well, what we'll do is we'll pull up the map here. Jeez, it's been a while since I've done this. Ugh. We're gonna go drop it on whatever this place is called. Nago. Over here. And this is Okinawa. And I can change positions. Those are the flaps. I don't want... bring the gear up. There we go. Nope. There we go. to a good fighter. It's been a while, so I'm a bit out of practice, honestly. Alright, I'll probably kill myself by doing this, but that's okay. Nazi Wonder Waffle. Bombing former allies, circa 1946, colorized. Alright. I can't remember which button it is to actually drop the bomb. But that's okay. But we'll figure it out. Do I have to open the bomb bay first? I think I have to open the bomb bay first. How do I do that again? Fire extinguisher. Open bomb bay door. Bomb bay door? Bomb bay door. Shift B, apparently. Okay. There it is. Alright, boys. Creating the attack of Japan from Man in the Highest Castle. Yeah, there we go. I just wanted to die anyway. You aren't wrong. Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna pull up here. Because we're probably gonna die from this. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Here, hang on a second. There we go. There's not much to see at this altitude. But yeah, everything down there is destroyed. Just automatically. Game is full of meme jets and you're playing a bomber. Hey, people wanted to see me nuke something. Alright. I said I was going to be doing a dynamic campaign. I wasn't totally sure what I wanted to play, though. Turn the music back on. I need this music in my life. New. What mods am I running? I believe I'm running the SAS UP 3.0 mod. It's been a while. I don't remember. I think that's what it is. I like how I'm getting 400, 500 FPS in the menus. Feels good, man. Alright. So, I'm going to put a poll up in the Twitch chat. Forgive me for a sec. I've got to... Poll in here. No, I can... I don't believe... Oh, I could. Oh, okay. The dashboard. Okay. I gotta go there. Alright, so... What is loyalty? Polls and giveaways. Poll. Alright. What nation should I in for dynamic campaign? Finland. Oh. Let's actually do like Axis or Allies first. Axis. Allies. Few Finns, so overlooked, plus Soviet tears will probably ensue. Yeah, I kind of feel like a Percolate intensifies campaign would be kind of fun. You guys think that? Do you think that'd be cool? Also got I believe they've also got, you can also play Fokkers as well. Yeah. You guys want to play a Fokker? For maximum percolate? Now let's do normal. Because we're not pussies. Alright. Let's start at the bottom here. No instant success. Alright, so success is turned on. As Captini. Captini. Playing the famous Fokkers of Winter War. A historical campaign from the summer of 1939 to March 1940. Missions are based on several FAF fighter pilots' experiences during the Winter War between the Soviet Union and Finland, 30th of November 1939 to 13th of March 1940. Many of the missions follow the career of Lieutenant Jorma Sarvanto. Sarvanto? I think I've just read that with a Spanish accent. I'm sorry. Who was the leading ace of the FAF in this conflict. Oh. Do it, boy. Yeah. Do it. I'm kind of contractually obliged to now. Yeah. Are there mod campaigns, or are these part of the game? I believe this is actually a mod campaign. Because normally... Oh. Pay attention to the tutorial here, boys. Take a split ass and dive below behind the tail of the target. I'm not actually doing this right now. This is a training film. "200 meters or closer." Pull up aside for a new run. That's the aircraft we're going to be flying. Fokker 21s. Alright, boys. Gentlemen, welcome to something I can't pronounce 24. Off to a great start. I imagine there's going to be a lot of, like, crazy-ass Finnish names that I just can't pronounce because my Finnish is complete shit. I can do fucking, okay, so it looks like we're just doing, like a training mission or something. Use the skin. The Void BMP, by the way, just takes all the markings, like, all the paint off. And... We're a bunch of methed up farmers on skis. Oh boy. Alright, boys. Here's our aircraft. So what the fuck are we supposed to do? Fly reconnaissance. Okay. This thing even have flaps? Okay, it does. At least it has that. Alright, I don't think we really need that for now. Not like we have any ammunition on board anyways. Oh, hello. It's been a while since I've done takeoff, so this is gonna be interesting. Hey, there we go. Okay, one sec. There we go. Sorry. I had to stop the next video from playing. More anime weeb shit. The fuck was that? Was that the fucking flaps? What was that sound? Looks like my buddy is right behind me. Fly to this waypoint, and then we'll make a right. More emergency power. I don't think I'll need that for now. Actually, I think I'm gonna pull the throttle back to about 80%. Get a little bit more altitude here. Just scroll the ranging thing on the scope up? Yes. I know about it. What did you need to know? This aircraft is leveling off a little bit. Oh, I want to turn the autopilot off. There we go. Just trying to get familiar with the control setup, or with the instruments. RPMs. Looks like that's my compass. Okay, so that's my fuel gauge. I'll just turn the autopilot on for a moment. I mean, there isn't that much to do in this mission, I don't think. Especially since we don't have any guns. I think what we'll do is we'll just accelerate this on through. I kind of want to get to the Winter War. This is stupid if you look left, and how are you supposed to see the screen? It's not like the screen moves with your head. What you do is you set, is you set like a, like basically what you do is you amplify your head movements. So if I look all the way over here, it's going to, after a certain point, it stops tracking the 3 lights over here. And so all you do is you set up your personal profile to track your head to a certain direction. Yeah. It's like I thought, this mission is just flying around, so... That looks a little fast. Well, it's... You amplify it, but you base it on your own personal preferences. So I've got mine... the thing about TrackIRs is that there's no such thing as one profile that works for everybody. You have to just sit there and tweak it. Like, let me pull up mine. So if I open up my TrackIR... This is what the software looks like. So, like, if I recenter it, so you can see this this wire head represents where it's looking in game, and the normal head represents where my head is looking. And so you see, it just amplifies where I'm looking. Both up, down, left, right. So. Aircraft. Alright, I think I'm gonna finish that mission. Fly. Develop your plane handling skills and your aiming. A fighter pilot needs to control his machine instinctively during combat so that he can focus on his target. You will practice this by making repeated attacks on a small payload descending by a parachute. Keep the target in sight for lining up for proper shots. So you will require your full concentration. I'll drop 2 small parachutes for you to aim at. Up is similar to the previous training flight, except that you'll be flying alone this time. Parachute will be dropping the plane. Parachute dropping plane will fly from Sipola, South Uti, 1,800 meters. Take off. Follow the route marked on the map. To about 1,700 meters, you should meet the plane close to Sipola. So... Looks like we're going to meet the plane out here. And we're going to do this in a clockwise fashion. You taxi real fast. Well, I also sped things up by like 8 times. All right. Get this party started. Okay, like I thought, I don't have any ammo. It's just practicing aiming, which is probably a good thing because it's been a while. All right, and then unlock the TrackIR so I can look around. So this is like, I actually find TrackIR to be much nicer than VR, because once you get it, it's a little bit finicky, but once you get it set up right, you can do it, or you can do everything that you can really do with VR as far as a flight sim goes. For only $150, and you don't need a top-of-the-line computer to run it, really. Like, you can, as long as you can run the game, you can run TrackIR. Like, you don't need to have, like, 100 million FPS or whatever in order to be able to use TrackIR and not get sick. And that prop torque pulled me to the right real hard. Doing a spoopy day stream. I will probably stream this tomorrow if enough people want me to. Alright. Apparently this aircraft is going to be at... Just gonna speed up and turn myself around over here. I didn't even hit the first waypoint. Whoops. I'm gonna have to climb to 1,500 meters and then climb to 1,700 meters. If the briefing was correct. All right, let's adjust the map here. Alright, where's this plane at? Ah, there it is. See it down there? This is what I'm talking about. So while I know I look a little bit ridiculous doing this, your other options are far more expensive. Can you play the Po 2 in this game? I believe you can. Ah, there it is. Oh, those were it. Those are the targets. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, what was that? Weird ass bug. Alright, put the autopilot on. Did you choose one of the crappiest planes in the game for a stream? Well, first of all, because I haven't played the game in a very long time. And second of all, because I wanted to do something different. Contrary to popular belief, most of World War II wasn't Spitfires and Me-262s. I wanted to do something a little bit different for a dynamic campaign, and I haven't played the finished one. I figured that would be actually kind of interesting to go and play. The key here though is to get past all the training missions. You know, actually get to combat, you know. Curious how many rounds of ammunition I have in this thing. Alright. Hooray, got an award. Oh, alright, that's weird. Oh, they're using the virtual cockpit, I forget now. I like how they didn't use the normal cockpit site for this. They felt they had to use the virtual cockpit. Targets on the ground, you need to achieve at least a 75% accuracy to qualify as a decent shooter. Destroy at least 3 of the 4 targets and don't spray bullets all over the range. Fire only when you're sure that you will hit the target. Do this exercise until you achieve the required level of accuracy. Okay. Arcaling MG Tracer only. Right? Looks like only half of the machine guns. I'm only going to get 1 machine gun for this. Because we're Finland. We got to save that ammunition, bro. Pop the takeoff flaps. Get ourselves going here. Crank this shit to the max. Oh boy. That prop torque is insane. Granted, this is a very light airplane. Little maneuvering and powerless? Slow? Yes. A low maneuverability? Not true. That's not what I want. Come on. There we go. Wait, wrong way. Alrighty. I see now. Okay, so the range is over here. Single 7.62. This aircraft has up to 4 7.62mm machine guns. Oh god. Alright. Come back around for another pass. However, right now, I think I've only got 1 of my machine guns. So I've got a pretty limited amount of ammo. But you definitely can shoot down a plane with only a single 7.62mm machine gun. You're just going to need a lot of bullets. But it's also worth remembering that this is in 1939? And many of the Soviet aircraft are going to be like I-16s, I-15s, a lot of the early Soviet light bombers. We're not looking at facing like LA-7s in this thing, or Russian UFOs. All right. Oh God. Well, mission was complete. I don't think that's how it was supposed to go. Whoops. I got a little bit too hasty there. That's okay. We're still figuring this shit out. I think actually the virtual cockpit might help a little bit. There we go. Kamikaze, indeed. I don't normally fly, and so I'm not particularly good with my aim, nor my, I need to get a little bit better at figuring out proper engagement distances. That's okay. I think I can now see why they went with the virtual cockpit view. However, I'm a little bit of a purist, so I really want to do the, I'm not a pussy, so we're going to do this, normal cockpit view, style. Alright. This is a bad approach. Nope. Bad approach. I want to make sure I hit this waypoint. There we go. Otherwise, the AI is going to end up doing it for me. I mean, I could do this in slow motion. There we go. That's more like it. Bad attack. Fucked it up. Alright. Oh. Oh god! Jesus fucking Christ, I pressed the wrong button. Fuck me. We're gonna be here for a while, boys. That's what I get when I use the time speed. Fucking hell. Oh god. Here, hang on a second. Here's what we'll do. We'll let the pilot take us off, and then we'll just go. Unicorn review series gonna live on? Yeah, it's gonna survive. When I come back to doing regular videos again, I'll continue working on them. I don't plan to stop doing them. I just needed a break from War Thunder period. What Hawaii's Missile Defense Manager said. Indeed. Yeah, that was funny when they sent a warning to the entire island that there were incoming nuclear missiles. Well done. Okay. We might end up cheating a little bit because I kind of want to get through this mission ASAP. You know, get some proper combat. So... Come on. There we go. Any tips for an arcade player trying to get into ARB? Patience. ARB is much slower, and it's not gonna be an easy ride. Expect to die, and expect to die a lot. But try and understand why you're dying. Oh, tanks. Kind of the same thing. Be patient. Learn the maps. Know the vehicles that you're going to be facing. And keep your eyes open and keep your head on a swivel. Keep looking everywhere. Reviews for helis be Pegasus views? Nah, bro. Miss me with that gay shit. Hey. You get the other one? Yeah. Alright. Now let the AI take over. And have him land us. How am I doing today? I'm feeling pretty good. I just got back from work a couple hours, about an hour ago, actually. I'll probably stream for another hour here, and then I'll call it an evening, because I do actually have class at like 8 in the morning. And I'll probably stream more of this tomorrow. Alright. Okay, they're shooting. Glider, shoot down the glider, but be careful not to accidentally shoot the tow plane. Watching your performance, so aim carefully and put your bullets in the target. Waiting for the turns to land promptly after you're done shooting and stop by the control tower to report to the commander before taxiing into the park. Summer day is long, so let's use it for business. You'll have time to relax in the evening sauna. Like recording as a gun camera to judge your shooting accuracy. The target sleeve, so a glider is used to simulate the sleeve. What do I do for a job? I'm a tutor. I don't know if you guys can see, but I tutor for a company called Kumon. Mostly like reading and so on, and it's for the program's for children from anywhere between like just learning to read all the way up to high school. However, I'm mostly there as like I mostly grade the students' work because they have their own homework for Kumon. I mostly grade the students' work and okay, come on, take off. There you go. I mostly grade the students' work and manage the database at the center. That's the glider we gotta shoot down. And avoid hitting the tow plane in the process. Alright. There's the glider. Alright. Going in for the attack. From this angle so we don't hit the glider. Okay, so I'm gonna hit the glider if I do that. Alright. Pull up. Do a barrel roll. To loosen speed. So going too fast. These are not good attack runs. Ram him. Do the honor a brew thing. The key here is to try to shoot down the glider without hitting the guy in front of him, so... That thing is just soaking up bullets. hammerhead maneuver. Oh, Jesus. That was close. It's definitely feeling the pain. I will shoot you down, you damn glider. Glider. It's not even armored, it's just being towed. Come on, come back here. I'm gay. Well, your dad lesbian. I can play this game. Oh god. Oh, what? Trying to kill the pilot of the glider. Definitely hitting him, I'm just not taking him down. I'm not sure how much I'm supposed to shoot this guy. Ah, there we go. Oh shit. I don't remember if the debris actually does anything. Alright, there we go. Alright. Hey kid, want some free Abrams? Yeah, seriously. August 1939. Operational capability of the Finnish army. When landing, don't park your plane in the open. Oh man. Okay. Put it on the map. Thing is the enemy set the bomber Just go ahead and make a pass at them. We are also following world time procedures. Gotta fly all the way over here. And of course, we don't have any machine guns, so. Better Premium Tiger 2 or the RU251? I would say that the Premium Tiger 2 is better for newer players. And what we'll do is we'll let the AI do this mission. Looks like we got an upgrade. Anyways, but yeah, the Premium Tiger 2 I would say is better for newer players, but the RU251 probably has a little bit more potential in the hands of somebody experienced. If you're looking to pick up a premium for the first time, and you're looking to buy a tier 4 premium, the Premium Tiger 2 isn't a bad call. Seeing as your primary vehicles at that tier are going to be Tiger 2s. So these are the guys that are playing the bad guys, supposedly. Oh. I think we just flew past each other and it gave me the secondary complete. Yeah, those are the bomb. No. Those are the guys we're covering. They're the Blenheims are over there. We're on the Panther 2 right now. I'm just gonna pick one up to help grind. Okay, yeah, I mean, I would say the Tiger 2 is probably a little bit better for grinding, personally. In my opinion. The RU251 is... It's a nice vehicle to have, but I personally wouldn't play it enough to justify it being a grinding vehicle. If you like lighter, faster vehicles, then the RU251 is definitely the better way to go. But I find the Tiger 2 to be useful in a greater variety of situations than the RU. But that's just me. Wait a second. Alright. There we go. Yeah, I wouldn't have remembered to do that. August 14th, 1939. Two enemy planes sighted over Peripherals. Report out to 1,000 to 1,500 meters. Reported heading north, the direction of Mualla. Where the fuck that is. Take off immediately with your wingman and climb out south. First take to intercept the bogies. Of 26 is playing. The enemy and their old biplanes, engage them. And see if you can stay on the tail of one long enough to aim and fire. No, none of the planes are actually armed, so it is only gun camera shooting again. Oh, he's playing the enemy. Oh, okay. So we're going off and engaging friendlies and so on. I think what we'll do is we'll play our way up to the first mission where we actually engage the enemy. No. Wow, that guy's maneuvering all over the damn place. Look at him. Oh boy, I'm stalling. Oh shit, I just pressed the bailout button. Whoops. No! Let's refly this. Whoops. I forgot that I thought that I forgot the control E was the bailout button. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll just skip through this mission like the other ones when it gets to one where we actually have some combat. They're gonna crash? I kind of hope the AI crashes. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, if I had machine guns, he would be dead. Bang, 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 bang. Fiats for Finland campaign? Yeah, it's there's a Fiats for Finland. I chose to do the Fokkers because I felt like it. I haven't really played with this aircraft too much, and so I figured it would be something new and interesting. All right, let's let our AI get us back on track here. If I had machine guns, I would have nailed those gladiators, no problem. But hey, it gives me good practice. Buffalo Star is so much fun. Yeah, I've played the Buffalo campaign before a long time ago, and holy shit, that was amazing. I had so much fun with the Buffalo campaign. But again, I've never done the Fokkers before, so. Mode with machine guns? I'm not totally sure what you mean by that. Parking area at the south end of the landing strip. Mansion in 46. Yeah, I mean this is easily my favorite flight sim of all time. No questions asked there. Can't tell. Are those the bombers? Yeah, those are the bombers. There we go. Wait, do I have to land? No, I don't have to. Good. Oh, fuck. Okay, so I do have to land. God damn it. Have be a sim as expansive as 46. Not in today's economy, no. There's a community would demand way too much. Like, for the amount of aircraft and the amount of content in this game, I don't think there's any game that will match it anytime soon. Like, War Thunder's got a lot of aircraft, but it doesn't have IL-2 Sturmovik 1946 levels of aircraft. I mean, there's got to be at least a couple thousand airplanes in this game. At least 1,000. Like, it's pretty staggering, and with mods, that number jumps massively. What's the difference in the Abrams IP? The M1 IP has a different turret on it. So if you compare it directly between the M1 and the M1 IP, then yeah, if you compare it directly between the M1 and the M1 IP, you'll find that the turret on the M1 IP looks a little bit longer, and the front of the turret is a little bit smaller. And what they did there is if you look at the X-ray views between the two vehicles, you'll see that there's a massive increase in non-explosive reactive armor composition in the turret. So the turret is better armored, and there are a bunch of other like fire control stuff and electronics suites changed between the two vehicles. And the M1 IP is just an M1A1 Abrams without the 120mm gun. And that turret for the M1 IP was specifically designed to take the Rheinmetall 120, or designated M256 in U.S. service. So that's the difference between the two. Surprised that the Finns had Blenheims. I knew they had some light bombers, but I didn't think they were Blenheims. I remember when I was little, I used to call these Blenheims. Wasn't until much later on where I finally heard the actual name. Call them Blenheims as well. Okay, good. It's nice to know that I'm not crazy when I thought that. Do we need to hire BR bombers? I mean, it'd be kind of cool to see them. The question is what would they do? What purpose would they achieve in game? Alright, I hope that counted. Alright, we're good. Troops paraded, top brass, will be leading. Oh, cool. Alright, so we're doing a flyover. Well, you can maintain your position. Possible for the airborne fighters to intercept the fast Blenheim bombers without being radioed instructions from the ground. Directing the airborne units based on the sightings reported by Observer Corps. The effectiveness of the fighter units relied heavily on the performance of the whole CNC network. Interesting. Man, why do they get guns and we don't? Pre-French fighter or pre-capitulation French? This is actually a Dutch fighter made by the Anthony Fokker company. The Finns kind of took almost anything they could get their hands on. They even took Brewster Buffaloes from the U.S. I believe this is a Fokker 21? Or something like that? The fucking motorcycles. That's pretty cool, actually. I believe we're the second flight. I like how the planes are a lot more, are just a lot more, impressive than anything else on the ground. Up tanks with logs. Well, you should have seen the U.S. I believe Nicholas Moran managed to find a declassified photo from the U.S. National Archives of an anti-tank ruck. Because the U.S. wasn't still wasn't so sure about this whole anti-tank thing. And so they were wondering, like, could you stop a tank by throwing a BAR or a Springfield into the tracks? The answer was no. Could you stop a tank by throwing a truck into the tracks? The answer was no. So, worth it tonight? Probably not. Considering that we're probably going to cut the stream off here in the next 15 minutes or so. Because I actually have class at about 8 in the morning, and I need to get some sleep. To make sure I'm not dead and end up not going to class because I couldn't get myself up in the morning. Have a good one, Brat. This would be kind of an interesting plane to see in War Thunder. Sleep is for the weak. Then I must be extremely weak. Because, I like my sleep. Although I haven't eaten dinner at all, and I'm actually getting kind of hungry, so I may go out and find something to eat. If it wasn't closer to 10 right now, I'd probably go and find that local German restaurant. I'll probably go there tomorrow. Called Jäger House. It's after having been to Germany. Man, I kind of crave some of that stuff. A Finnish fighter going German stream maybe? Yeah, quite possibly. Well, actually, they said that Axis that other miscellaneous Axis nations aircraft were gonna be put in the Italian tech tree. So like if they ever add like Finnish airplanes, or if they add like Romanian aircraft, like they already have with the IR-81C. If they add Hungarian aircraft, all that stuff is going to go into the Italians. They said that after they released update 1.79. Push cavalry win. Contrary to popular belief, the Poles did not charge German panzers with lances. Also, the Polish cavalry was much better equipped than a lot of people give them credit for. Yeah, they had horses versus tanks, but they also had anti-tank rifles. And the German tanks at the time, I believe the Panzer, for example, the Panzer 1s and Panzer 2s and Panzer 3s at the time, all had like no better than 15 millimeters of armor. So an anti-tank rifle would punch straight through them. Is that a Fokker? Yes, it is a Fokker D-21. They should know nothing to do with the Italians, though? Well, that's not true. They did fly some Italian Fiats. Fiat G50s in the continuation war, yeah. The Finns kind of took anything they could get, really. Millimeters of frontal armor. The very first ones, like the Panzer, like some of the like early production Panzer 3Bs only had about 15 millimeters. It was bad. Late finish roundel on it as well. Yeah, we just don't have the the finished swastika in the game for whatever reason. But anyways, it wasn't enough to stop the Polish anti-tank rifles. Flying is behind us. I've gotten good results in aerial shooting. Last couple of weeks. Veterans how to operate as fighting units. On the FPE and parts debate. I mean, I'd like to see FPE and parts free as much as anybody else would. However, I think the bigger issue is not actually FPE and parts, it's the soft RP caps. And the whole the whole issue of like Reddit's been blowing up about like Sean saying that it would basically give you a free Abrams, and that he was like trolling the chat and so on. Well, it's also important to keep in mind that the people in chat were verbally abusing him and insulting him, but like before he said any of these things. So oh, did I press the wrong button? I think I broke the game, guys. Whoops. I pressed the wrong button. Fuck. Oh, that's gonna require an Alt F4. God damn it, game. I have to end its task. I have to kill it. To War Thunder. I don't feel like committing suicide tonight. That was a big oof. Yeah, I got time for one more. So where is it? Here it is. Yes, here is my desktop. Welcome to my desktop. I know it seems a bit narcissistic to put like my logo as my wallpaper, but it actually has a real practical purpose. I really hate reading light modes or reading light mode on in like websites and so on. And if I'm like working on a video late at night or something like that, I always keep all my stuff in dark mode. Just easier for my eyes to be able to handle everything without them burning out of my head. So having like the black background with the logo on it is actually really practical for that. Keeping like a dark mode on so it doesn't rip out my eyeballs during the evening. If I have the light off in my room. Oh. Oh. But anyways, my issue with the whole debate right now is that people are verbally going after and abusing Gaijin employees, and I don't think that's cool. Especially considering that while Gaijin isn't by no means perfect, I don't see any excuse as good enough to justify verbally going after people. Adding lower tier helis into War Thunder? I mean, if they had like weapon armaments that can actually be useful against tanks, then sure, I don't have a problem with seeing them. The question is, what good is a Bell UH-1, or what good is one of those early Bell helicopters with only 30 caliber machine guns in a tank battle? It's kind of a redundant thing, you know, or it's kind of a useless thing. Like, you can tickle people, but that's about it. Maybe cap some points if you're lucky. Like, I don't have a problem with like pursuing something along the lines of telling Gaijin, hey, we want parts and FPE to come stock with every vehicle. I got nothing wrong with that. Or I don't see anything wrong with that. What I do see something wrong with is insulting, is going after and purposely insulting Gaijin employees who have nothing, who frankly have nothing to do with the decisions in the first place. And then getting all pissed off when the guy defends himself. Like, because I know one thing's for damn sure, if I was in his place, I would do the same thing. I don't consider myself hoity-toity above everyone. Somebody was, like, going after me and insulting me, and so on, like, I would do the same thing. Serious. Anything to serve as trains. You have weapons? We do. Alright, boys, shit's getting serious now. Oh shit, that's... Talk about a nuclear sun, holy fuck. Guys, did the US have nukes in 1939? Because I think they did. If this has told me anything. Holy bejesus, that sun. Holy crap. Lens flare. Did not go through the front of the Panzer IIc. Oh, cool. I think it also depends on... which AT rifles they were using, though. I know that they had some of the German Panzerbuchse, which could penetrate about 25 millimeters. It was better than 15 millimeters. On the Germans, I think my favorite tank destroyer in the Germans is probably the Sturmgeschütz 3G, because Panzer III didn't choose the Stugleif. The Stugleif chose the Panzer III. Military History Visualized was actually it was selling some T-shirts, some like limited time T-shirts that said Panzer III didn't choose the Stugleif. I really wanted to get one, but my wallet decided to disappear to the Eastern Front. So I'm very sad. Panzerbuchse? Proved by the Germans when Poland capitulated? Well, they had Panzerbuchse before the Polish invasion. That wasn't something they just came up with, or that wasn't something they just captured. They took the Polish anti-tank rifles and improved upon them, but they already had their own. A tree though? Well, this comes from the Danes, so it'd likely be in either the German tree or the Italian tree. Because all of the miscellaneous Axis nations are gonna have their aircraft and presumably tanks put in the Italian tree. This is the Fokker D21. XXI. Combination others? No, not really. I don't think so. It wouldn't make any sense. I have no problem with combining, like, other smaller nations into larger tech trees. Just make sure that you give them the proper insignia is all. Yes, Fokkers are Dutch. The most after Italian tanks? Probably some of the Swedish vehicles. Like the STRV 103B. S-Tank, that'd be pretty cool. I got a blast. Alright, have a good one, Mr. Bones. Svariga. Svariga? I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah. Sweden would be pretty interesting. Sweden's got some stuff. I would not have a problem with being introduced. Whew. Wants to get off Miles' wild bride. It never ends. What Italian tankettes? I don't have a problem with Italian tankettes being in the game. It'd be interesting tier 1 vehicles. Most of the Italian World War II stuff is going to be like tiers 1 and 2, maybe a couple of 3s, and maybe 1 or 2 4s. But most of the 3s and 4s are going to be other nations' equipment. Tier 5 and 6 are going to be a lot of Italian designs. Is APCR so shit, and also why can't the British figure out how to APHE? Well, first of all, APCR is bad in War Thunder because first of all, you're shooting at a lot of angled angled armor, and APCR is poor at penetrating sloped armor, and it has a really, really high bounce chance against sloped armor, which is what makes it so poor. Frankly, I think the bounce chances against sloped armor are way too high. But the nerf to APCR originally, when they did it, was actually a good thing, because previously it was a case of all everybody did was load APCR. And it was actually kind of annoying because it made a lot of armor irrelevant back then. So when they nerfed APCR, I think that was actually a good thing. The British didn't tend to use APHE. For the same reason that most nations stopped using APHE altogether after World War II. Because in real life, what really matters is penetration, not the post-penetration damage. Because generally speaking, if you penetrate an enemy vehicle with an armor-piercing shell, the crews are going to sit around there and wait for another shot to come flying in and potentially kill them. One penetration generally is enough to make the, like 99% of the time, is enough to make the crew jump out of the tank. Soviet Union. Moscow for negotiations. Probably have similar demands on us. Two additional exercises. full speed. Parked in dispersed shelters. 100 fighting planes will not be destroyed by a surprise attack. Had to cross the border. Alright. Portage hit. Alright, boys, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this last mission and then we're gonna call it an evening. Opinion on more non-premium seaplanes for the Germans, Italians, French, and Americans? I frankly don't have an issue with more content, period. I find it, like, I find seaplanes to be not necessarily... They're not necessarily a pressing concern right now. I think I just got a lot more on their plate. The Poles did have a few Panzerbuchses. Not very many, but they had purchased some. And I believe the Polish cavalry was equipped with some of them. That I could totally be wrong on, but from what I've read before, they were equipped with a few German Panzerbuchses. Yeah, these are definitely I-16s. Definitely conducting aerial reconnaissance. Do you have a CS tanks? Which line do you think they would be in? Gaijin mentioned a long time ago that they had some plans for Swedish vehicles. I think the likely place we're going to see them is in the British tech tree, simply because we already have a precedent for it. If the SDR V81, if the SDR V81 is already in the British tech tree, I think there's a pretty high possibility we'll see other Swedish vehicles show up in the British tech tree. Anyways, despite the fact that for whatever reason didn't complete the mission, I'm going to have to call it here, guys, because I need to get something to eat and then go to bed. I have class at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is in about 10 hours. So, thank you guys for watching, as always. And I will probably be doing another one of these tomorrow night, depending on my schedule. If not tomorrow night, then maybe sometime this weekend. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.